What's up, you guys? Namicon here, bringing you my perspective of what entertainment is bringing us. And today, I'll be talking about Revolution Radio, Green Day's 12th studio album, which was released on October 7th, 2016. It proved to be popular as it reached number one on the Billboard 200. It was Green Day's first number one album since 21st Century Breakdown and their third number one album overall. This album went back into their punk tendencies, as they should, since how that's how they got their attention in the first place. This critics have called Revolution Radio their most focused work in years. So without further ado, let's go track by track on Revolution Radio, starting with Somewhere Now. This song resembles a lot of songs The Who made. It was the first song Billy had wrote wrote for Revolution Radio, and he stated that it's his favorite first song he ever recorded. This is a great opener, as it sounds kind of different from the rest of their discography, but they're still shown that now they're at the top of the game, and now they're more focused than they have in years. Next song is called Bang Bang, which was the lead single for Revolution Radio, and boy, this song is a banger with loud ass guitars and really good melodies. This song will just pump you up. Lyrically, it is inspired by mass shootings in the US. And it is written from the perspective of a mass shooter with lyrics like I want to be a celebrity martyr, which means from the shooter's fucked up perspective, he he was doing the right thing. From a lot of shooters' mindset. Especially, this is a glaring reference to the Columbine shooters. They claimed that they were doing the right thing. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. The, I I love this song, and when I first heard this song, I was reminded of the American Idiot in 21st Century Breakdown days, the best days in my book. So I was excited to hear the rest of the album. Next song is the title track. Released as the last single for Revolution Radio, it's another political anthem. So this time the lyrics are about social media. There were where they were bashing on corporates who own the social media website, like where they takes people lashing off on their hypocrisy. Although this one is a lot more optimistic, it still goes hard, and it's another fantastic track for this album. Next song is called Say Goodbye. In terms of lyrics, this is probably the darkest song in the album. It's it where it talks about violence throughout the United States, and it specifically talks about police brutality. Yeah, this is a lot more this song has been got a lot more relevant than it ever was. From from what I've heard from a lot of Green Day fans, this is unanimously considered to be the worst song in the album. While I think it's a good song, I honestly think the lyrics need to be a bit more specific than saying "say goodbye" a lot of times. It just gets kind of repetitive. Next song is called Outlaws. This song is considered to be by Billy Joel Armstrong, the lead singer of the band, to be a look back to the band members' early days when they were young, wild, and free. It's supposed to be some sort of nostalgic song to them. I honestly think it's done real. I think it's done really well, and it's kind of the change of pace to the revolution to the to the fir- to the fast pace of the first four songs. Yeah, this is a lot more slower, but I honestly think it's done so well. This is another one of my favorites from Revolution Radio. Next song is called Bouncing Off the Walls. This is such a fun song to listen to. This is so well, it's probably the shortest one of the shortest songs on the album. This song is such a blast to listen to. It is such a fun song to listen to. I would love to hear. I would totally hear put this on, blast this on speakers, and sing this to all of my friends. Next song is called "Still Breathing," which was released as the second single for the album. Compared to Bang, compared to the lead single "Bang Bang," it was kind of a change of pace as it was a lot more. This song was a lot more introspective, where he said where the chorus says, eh, "Yeah, I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing from my roses. My head above the raining roses, making my way to you." So yeah, like I said, this it's a lot more introspective. This still breathing is probably the poppiest song in the album, but I think it's done. This is honestly one of my favorites. I love this song. Next song is called Young Blood. This is pretty much this song is pretty much Billy Joel's song to his wife. It's I say that because the lyric the lyrics have stated reference Oakland where him and his wife actually met. I mean that's where both of them have lived throughout their whole lives, but that's where they met too. Yeah, she though the reason why also state that it's a love song because she Billy Joel has stated that she's my little young blood. So yeah, this is pretty much a love song. I don't think it's Green Day's best love song. That goes to The Last Day on Earth on 21st Century Breakdown. But I think this song is done really well. It's another short song, but I honestly think it's still a blast to listen to. The next song is called Too Dumb to Die. This song is such a blast to listen to. It is so much fun to listen to. It's another fun song. It's about Billy Joe. It's about Billy Joel's older days where he dropped out of high school to for the sake of him being a musician. Honestly, nowadays it's really rare to do. It's really rare to do that. Technically have you need to have the high school diploma to make progress in life. So yeah, what Billy Joe has the fact that Billy Joe actually succeeded without a high school diploma is actually a miracle. So I honestly think this is it's more introspective, but it's a blast to listen to. This is such a banger. It's so good. Next song is called Troubled Times. This is the last political song in the album. I'd say quote unquote political because it's not as political as Bang Bang, Revolution Radio, and Say Goodbye. But although there it does tackle some serious things. But I do say it's a great song. Not my favorite on the album, but it's still a good time. Next song is called Forever Now, which is the longest song in the album by far. It's almost 7 minutes, probably six. But yeah, it has three interludes. So the last interlude being a reprisal to Somewhere Now. I think this song is done so well. Green Day are no or they're no slouches when it comes to long songs. I mean, come on, y'all. Remember Jesus of Suburbia? But yeah, I think this one is done really well, and I honestly think this should have been the last song on the album. But we go to the last song on the album, which is called "Ordinary World." This is a this is an acoustic song. There's no drums, no bass, just Billy Joe and his acoustic guitar singing. I think this is more of a reflect this is more of a reflective towards him and his wife. Yeah, this is another love song I say. It's it's a lot more country based. I say that because uh right wo- after a few months he released the album, he he made the song again but it was featured with Miranda Lambert, which is a who is a famous country singer. So yeah, not the best way to end the album. It's an all right song, but I would honestly say I would honestly say it's more of a Billy Joe Armstrong song than a Green Day song. But otherwise, this album is a blast to listen to. It is a true return to form for Green Day after the Uno Dos and Trey trilogy, which has not held up well at all. This is honestly, yeah, I easily say this is the best album since Green Day has since 21st Century Breakdown. So I give Revolution Radio, in my opinion, gets a 4 out of 5. I really wish they continued this approach, but it seems like with the new album they brought out, Father of All, it it doesn't it's just more of wishful thinking. Well, otherwise, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of Revolution Radio? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below, and put your opinions on the title card over here. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, follow my follow my Twitter, the Instagram, and my Discord server down in the description down below. And if you want to buy the album, I'll put in the description down below as well. This is Namicon, and I'm signing out.